Hey friends, probably like, honey, why is it so dark in your room? It's because I just need you to know that it's 3 a.m. and I've just finished everything I needed to do to set up tomorrow's vlog or today's vlog that's going up in like 4 hours. And I should go to bed, but I'm gonna try to read like a chapter of this first. I obviously have a very messed up sleep schedule. No one's shocked, but haha, day 3. Give it up. This is 2. Give it up for day 3. Besties, I don't want to say I'm struggling today. I'm kind of struggling. My period like really started today and it has just, there's some beatboxing going on, I feel, and it's not fun. Also, I've been trying to, you know, get some work done, but I'm in this, and some of y'all are gonna boo, but Melina, which is Mel and Alina, group chat sort of thing. But obviously we talk about just like Shadow and Bone and shit in general. And if you don't follow that world or like the show or like any of it, we're currently waiting for some key people to be cast for season 2, and the actor that plays Mal in the show is hanging out with the guy, if any of you have watched Outer Banks, he plays Rafe, and he's hanging out with that guy. And so everyone's like, is this man Nikolai? Basically any white blonde man that is in the vicinity of Shadow and Bone actors or producers, etc, etc, it's like, is that Nikolai? So we've just been going feral in the group chat over like what we would think of that casting, among other things. So between my period and that group chat, I'm just like, the brain cells, they aren't here. And I was like, man, I haven't even filmed a vlog clip today, in the light of day anyway. Hence why the camera is out now. I didn't even bother putting on makeup today. That's how like meh. I can tell you that I did end up reading the first like 40-ish pages of A Shadow in the Ember, and it's fine so far. It was definitely just like trying to understand what the heck was like going on in the beginning. And so much of this, since this is a prequel, I'm like reading certain things and I'm like, am I supposed to know this name? Or is this new to me? Because my memory when it comes to book is a block of Swiss cheese, and I don't have a memory, basically. But yeah, it's fine so far. I left off when something intriguing was about to happen, and so I am excited to get back into it. If I ever get some work done, that is. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I don't know anyone in Ohio, so we're gonna not answer that. Love the age of not answering your phone because you don't know the number. That's probably spam or like a robot. What is the Biden administration going to do about spam calls? I'm waiting, Joe. Hi. Are you here for your goods? Enjoy. It's okay, eat your goods.
Did you go home by car ride?
She's chewing her treat.
Okay, I'll wait.
She'll wait, it's okay. Oh, okay, don't. So today has definitely been one of those days that there is just really absolutely nothing going on in my life. It's almost midnight, so like once again, not following the schedule that I made for myself. I pretty much just worked all day, and then I ate, and I FaceTimed Whitney, and I read a little bit more of my book. I'm hoping to still read some more of it as soon as I get this all wrapped up with. I believe we've met our love interest, and I was enjoying the interaction, I'm not gonna lie. Slowly learning more about what is going on and kind of starting to get a setup-y feel for how this is going to play out. But like even with the original, the From Blood and Ash books, the plot was really always not something that was exactly well put together, nor something that I cared about. I was just like, let's see them smashing, and I don't see that changing for this prequel novel either. But hopefully she at least constructs the plot a little more soundly. So since I know I have like absolutely no footage for this vlog, I figured today I will dive into one of my little topics that I prepared to talk about. I'm gonna go over all the books that I read in the summer, since I obviously was not making videos, and I'm gonna do it by doing a little screen recording on my phone and going through my Goodreads. That way I can show you my star ratings and reference my review if I need to, since it's been a minute. And let's be real, mostly it's motivated by my laziness of not wanting to go on Google and get a all the book covers to put up as I talk. So I'm so sorry if I keep going blurry. My camera literally hates me. Okay, so the first books that I have here, these ones I believe were in my last reading vlog, so like The Black Flamingo and Heartstopper volume 1 and 2. So we'll just move on up. I also read Heartstopper volume 3. Oh, I didn't think about how my phone is slow. Haha. Obviously I gave that 5 stars. It was great, just like the other two. This is definitely one of my favorite graphic novel series. It's just very consistently adorable. So then I did a reread of Snot Girl volume 1 and Snot Girl volume 2 so that I could read Snot Girl volume 3. Volume 1 stayed a 4 stars, just like last time I read it. Still gave volume 2 5 stars, although I don't know if I loved it as much as I read it the first time. And then volume 3 got 4 stars. I remember it was just really strange. As you see, I say here that it might be more of a 3.5, but it just really did not answer any of the questions that I had, and the plot only got like wackier. So moving on, we have Going South by Lord, which is her like book about the trip she took to Antarctica, and basically it's just talking about the environment. It's a very short essay, and then there's a bunch of pictures from her time there, and it was just really well written, and I loved it more than I thought I would, because I just gotten it because I'm like, it's Lord. But I ended up really loving her writing, and I would definitely recommend checking it out if you have not. Then I read Reign of the Fallen, which is a book that I've had on my TBR for a minute, and I wrote a pretty long review here. Holy shit, I don't even remember any of these feelings, but I was in them. What I do remember is, even though this was kind of a book more on the mediocre side, I did really love the main character, and the magic system was really, really interesting, but that the execution of it was just kind of okay. It explored grief and death in a really well done and beautiful manner. Also, the main character is bisexual. You love to see it. I really like how I ended this review with, really it just comes down to who I am at my core. A slut for good characters, even if the plot is a mess. Obviously, if you want to read this whole thing, go on to my Goodreads. And I read Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno, and this book was so freaking good, y'all. I'm not really explaining what these books are about, but that's because I hate doing that. Anyway, this is about a girl whose family like have all had like powers, or they're like witches or something, and they live on this like super small little like island. I said in my review, there's just something about this book that sucks you in, and suddenly all I wanted was to be on a small island off the East Coast in the summer and be part of this odd little community. This wasn't a super romantic based book, although it is sapphic, and it was just really amazingly written and had incredible atmosphere. I realize as I'm trying to talk about these books that I don't remember anything because, again, Swiss cheese brain. So I just keep looking at my review and being like, what did I think? And then I'm like, well, I don't want to just read my review. But then I try to say things without reading my review, and I'm like, I don't know what to say. That's embarrassing. Anyway, this wasn't to give you like entire deep depth thoughts, it's just to like go over what I read. Oh my god. Anyways, Song of the Dead, which is the sequel to Reign of the Fallen. Did not like this one as much as I did the first book. Obviously, I gave it 3 stars. I do still love the characters, but as I say in this review, it kept changing what it wanted to be about, and the pace was all over the place. But yeah, great characters. I just wish that the ending of this duology had been a little stronger so that it could be something I could like recommend, I guess. And like, I wouldn't not recommend it, but I wouldn't be like, oh, this is the best thing ever, because it's not. Then we have a book that was the best thing ever, and it's Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. This book is queer as heck, with Darcy being bisexual, her sister is trans, her best friend is a lesbian, and not to mention a handful of other queer characters we meet via Darcy's participation in the Queer and Questioning Club at school. I again cannot entirely remember what this is about. I suppose I could just like go to the description of the actual book. Oh yes, a bisexual girl who gives anonymous love advice to her classmates is hired by the hot guy to help him get his ex back. But then they fell for each other. It was just so good and so well written, and it had me emotional, and I loved the characters. And I read this graphic novel, The Girl from the Sea, and it was so sweet. And that's literally all I wrote in this review. Shit. I remember the art was pretty. It's like this girl's a mermaid, but she falls in love with a girl on land. Well, no, we're following the perspective of the girl on land. And this mermaid comes and like... It was good, okay? Let's go, Sapphics, let's go. And we have Felix Ever. After, which I did not love as much as most people do. I gave it 3 stars. Like I said, I loved his journey and how we see him come to terms with his identity and sort of figuring out what that is and letting himself question and change things. But the execution just wasn't there for me. And I didn't love how the endgame relationship was set up. It just, something felt off about it. Skipping over a couple books because I'm hoping to have a video that I filmed out about them go up still, because I do want it to go out in the world. Like, I thought it was like a good video. Anyway, let's talk about my other obsession of the summer, which is The Bridge Kingdom, along with The Traitor Queen up here. I read them back to back, so I don't know why Gods of Monsters is in between there on Goodreads. But The Bridge Kingdom, so fucking good. I did record a whole video about it, but then I just never posted it. It's about a girl who is sent to the Bridge Kingdom to marry their prince or their king, and basically she's been sent there because of a peace deal they have, like a treaty or something. But she, of course, is raised to be more of like an assassin, and she is sent there to kill him and bring prosperity to her people. But of course, things start to happen and she starts to learn things, and it's just so freaking good. I have not spoken to enough people, or any people, who have read this book. Y'all need to put this book on your radar. It was so good. So was the sequel. I was literally like screaming and tensing and just, I was unwell reading this book. I was so unwell. I was just in this state of like not being able to deal with angst, and there was a lot of angst. Ugh, it was so good. And just like, I still vividly remember the opening scene. I won't spoil it for you because it's just that good. It's just that good. It's The Bridge Kingdom, people. The Bridge Kingdom, people. I'm so upset because the 3rd book was just released. These two can definitely be read as a duology because the character's story ends there, but there's like side characters that we get in the next book. But it's released on Audible only until like May. And like, I don't want to listen to the audiobook. I want to read it physically like I did with these. And I'm just like, I'm upsetty spaghetti, okay? Then the last book I have, I'm not going to go too much into this because, oh, I clicked on her profile instead of the book. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into this because it is the 3rd in a series, but it's Gods and Monsters by Shelby Maharan. It's the last book in the Serpent and Dove trilogy, and I gave it 4 stars. It was pretty good. It was much better than the 2nd book. Mostly what I remember about this book is that the very last chapter, like the epilogue, absolutely just took my heart, twisted, stomped on it, spit on it, and I was not okay. Okay, so that was everything that I read this summer. Talking about that took much longer than I thought, but I guess it's good in terms of length for this vlog. But also a lot of it was just me stuttering over books and not knowing what to say. So I'll try to be better prepared when I talk about all the books that I read this fall. I hope you got some enjoyment from this vlog. It was pretty shitty in my honest opinion, but y'all be claiming that you want it, so it's here. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. I was gonna say tomorrow, but I almost combined this vlog with tomorrow, so maybe you'll see me tomorrow, maybe you'll see me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, so you'll see me tomorrow, but will you see me Sunday, or will you see me Monday in a combined vlog? Or will I actually like do stuff tomorrow, or like just have some, why am I, goodbye.